Nancy Pelosi's mission is to ruin America. We're not afraid to point out why. It's all the news.
All right, we're right back here on All the News, and it is definitely time to break down this health care bill. It's what everybody's been talking about all week. I've watched and listened to everything. Every episode of Glenn Beck, Alex Jones, Bill O'Reilly, Ed Schultz, Rachel Maddow. I've watched them all. Everyone I can stand except Keith Olbermann, because he makes me just want to punch somebody. But watching all of this stuff, I have definitely seen a wide array of opinions here. There are people that are loving this bill. There are people that are hating it. Obviously, Joe Biden liked it enough to drop an F-bomb on national TV about it. He's so happy about it. And, we all saw the big smiles as they signed the bill with 10 pens. And wasn't that impressive how every letter of his name needed a new pen? Because it was history, right? It was historic, a historic makeover of this country. Right. So maybe... Well, let me back up a little bit. The one thing I did notice through all of the debate on TV and all of the discussion on the radio was nobody really took the time to actually say, well, here's what the bill says. Everybody has an opinion that it's either going to revolutionize the world and help the poor and give everybody health insurance and blah, 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 or it's going to corrupt the country, put us into socialism, put us into, one world government, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't know which side's true. I know which way I lean on it, and it sure ain't with Barack. That's for sure. But I figured the best way to do this for us, the common people, because, we're not rich people, even though I do have a microphone. Thanks, Ed, you dumbbell. But I figured the best way to do this would be to maybe take specific points that are in the healthcare law. This is the law now, not the bill. This is the bill that Barack Obama signed into law. So this is your law. And let you guys decide for yourself, and maybe I'll lead the discussion a little bit. I'm sure I will here. But I found this little video on YouTube, and I looked up some of the points that it makes to make sure that the points were valid. If anybody wants to follow along or check it out in its entirety when they're done listening to the show today, you can go to YouTube. The name of the video is called Know the Truth About the Government Healthcare Bill H.R. 3200, Key Points. And what this is, it's not some fancy schmancy video. It's literally just a video where they show in text and read line and verse what's in the bill. So why don't we start playing this thing, and we can evaluate for ourselves if we think this bill is going to be good or bad, and we can talk about it as we go, okay? So here it is. This is a video called Know the Truth About the Government Healthcare Bill, H.R. 3200, Key Points. So these are key points from the bill, so let's check it out.
The Government Healthcare Plan. Page 22 mandates the government will audit all books of all employers who self-insure.
So myself included as a small business owner. Thank you, Mr. Obama. Now I can look forward to being audited every year. Wow, that makes me feel good about health care right away. That's fantastic. Right off the bat, as a small business owner, a guy just trying to make it, with just me and a couple of people, I now get to be audited. Isn't that a great start to this thing? Holy cow. We are so freaking doomed.
Page 29, lines 4 through 16. Healthcare rationing. You can only receive so much care per year. $5,000 per individual, $10,000 per family.
Well, $5,000 per individual, $10,000 per family. I thought this was free health care there, Obama-ites. Apparently not. Apparently you can only get sick $5,000 worth. Well, I don't know how that actually translates, but, $5,000 is for an individual person, $10,000 per family. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll tell you what. not too long ago, maybe 2 months or so ago, my son broke his hand. He fell down. He broke his hand and had to get a cast, okay? So far, and I think we're at the end of the billing cycle for it. Now we're getting to pay for it. No, and I will tell you up front, I do not carry, up to this point, I do not carry health insurance. I think it's a sham. I refuse to pay $800 a month for the privilege of hoping that I have some coverage if I get sick. The reality to it is, and on this level, I'll agree with the Democrats as much as it turns my stomach. Something did need to be done about health care. There's no question about that. It was out of control. The insurance companies are definitely out of control. But in my eyes, what they did was not what needed to be done. And we'll get into all that a little bit later. But what we had to do, going back to my son, was we just dealt with it. That's how I deal with things. We go to the doctor, we get whatever fixed or whatever illness treated, we pay the bill, whatever the bill is. And so far with my son, the bills that I'm yet to pay, but I will be paying, are $1,500 for a broken hand. That's common. People break bones. $1,500 there. That means now I've got $3,500 for a teenage kid for the next 11 and a half months. Yeah, good plan. Good plan. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Let me take that back, because I have to be on a family plan. So now for my son and the other 4 members of my family, we have $8,500 total to deal with for the next year. So God forbid somebody has a heart attack or a car accident that requires some inpatient care, or we're screwed. Good plan here. All right, let's move forward.
Page 30, section 123. There will be a government committee that decides what treatments and benefits you receive.
Wait a minute. So, all right, you get some illness, okay? Well, let's put this in perspective. Now, if you get sick, according to page 30 of the bill, if you get sick and it's not something that's, common, you get some kind of rare illness from drinking the water with all the fluoride in it or something, and it starts to eat away your brain or whatever. Some rare disease. Oh, wait, you can't get treated until the government decides what kind of treatment you can get. Good idea? Government that is so good at doing everything else, like balancing budgets and making decisions and keeping us out of wars. Oh, wait, that's not our government now, is it? Yeah, these guys are now doctors as well as lawyers and scumbags that are ripping off the country. Great. So we can look forward to Barack Obama telling you what kind of coverage or what kind of care you can have. Good. Let's move on to page 42.
Page 42. The Healthcare Commissioner will choose your healthcare benefits for you. You have no choice.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought I could keep my doctor. Well, I guess I can. It's just my doctor can only do what the healthcare commissioner tells him he can do for me. That just sounds great, doesn't it? So basically, if you have money and you want better care, only if you convince the healthcare commissioner that that's what you should get, better care. Because you no longer have a choice. You can't pick and choose the level of care you get. Everybody's going to be the same, no matter what. Or maybe not. Maybe if you're, who knows? Maybe if you're very vocal about speaking out against the government, that is, unless the fairness doctrine is put in. If you're very vocal speaking out against the government, well, maybe the healthcare commissioner doesn't give you quite as much care as the next guy. At least that's his option, So you better play nice with the government or you're going to get less care. That's how I read that. All right, let's continue on here.
Page 50, section 152. Healthcare will be provided to all non-U.S. citizens, illegal or otherwise.
That's just dandy. That is just dandy. So basically, you and we're going to be paid. I'm going to be audited every year to make sure that I'm paying so that illegal aliens can get free health care.